Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Jeanette, the boss. Um, and we are waiting for my guests. I don't know where they are, and they will be here soon. Eh?
They'll be here soon.
They will be here soon, Jeanette says, yes. We will just give a few minutes for everybody to come and settle down, and in the meantime, I'll sing a song. Oh no, everybody will go to sleep. Yeah.
It's Vera. We'll leave it. Hi, Vera.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, the things happening. What is that for?
Live viewer comments show up once this is an example. I don't think we do anything with that. Okay. It's fine. I can't get it out of the way.
We got messages on the screen that we never seen before. It's the first time that we have. Well, it's not the first time, is it?
No, you had Patricia from Holland.
Yeah, we had Patricia from Holland and Helen. Oh yes, Helen as well.
And Lou.
And Lou, yes, Lou. Hey, they're here. Sam and Dave. Hang on. And station Sam.
Let's organize the screen.
Yeah. So we got
Ross as well.
We got Sweden from Vera from Sweden, I mean.
Hello.
And we got
Ross
from England.
Hello.
So and anyway, it is. We'll just hang on to one or two things before people come in and settle in. And then we can. We got 10 already. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got 10. And also, I don't know if you know, Dave, that sometimes. Hi, Gary. Also, it's on Facebook as well. You see, so the people on Facebook cannot put any comment on here, so we don't really know how many people are coming together. Thing, you see. Yeah. Well, okay, everybody. This is Sam with the glasses, with the funky glasses, and Dave, the other half from Glastonbury, and Dave is I think if you two just tell people as to who you are and what you do and things like that, it'd be wonderful.
Thank you, Divyael. Lovely to be invited onto your wonderful meditation. Thank you very much.
We ourselves watch every Sunday, and so it is very special to be here and at this time.
I just want to say briefly that I first met Divyael. Divyael came down to do a workshop in Glastonbury a number of years ago. And we arranged to meet in the 100 Monkeys, which is a cafe in the high street. And I remember walking past the window and looking in and thinking, I really hope that's who I'm meeting. and it was. We've had some great fun ever since, and it's a pleasure, as I say, to be in your meditation. And we've really enjoyed it on Sundays. It's started to really punctuate the week and set our stall by a lot of things that happen after it, so it's very much appreciated.
And what do you do, Dave? I mean, give us your proper.
I'm a gardener who occasionally plays guitar.
Yeah. he's very modest. He's a writer and a guitarist. Very
Yeah.
wonderful. He is probably going to play us a song later on at the end, you know. And Sam.
Well, Dave and I have had the honour to hold space on many occasions for just very beautiful community events in this town, right in the centre of the heart. Yeah, that's what we do, and we do all sorts of music things, and just again, combine it with as much time as possible in nature.
Mm, mm, mm. I know that you guys go up to the Glastonbury tour quite regularly, especially in these last uh, couple of months or so, more and more. Would you like to explain to us or tell us as to what you experience up there and what the changes are up there, you know?
Oh, well, yes, you can go first.
The interesting thing, a lot of people talk about a human awakening, but what I think is as important as that is that we're not the only ones who are waking up. The planet itself is changing rapidly. So if you live near a sacred site, or as many people have described over the years, Glastonbury being the holiest earth, then you are magnifying tenfold whatever humanity is experiencing by the changes that are taking place in the energy of the earth. And so we are very, very blessed to be here and recognize that the changes that are taking place in the heart chakra, moving into a time that has been said to be the time of the heart, is incredibly significant. And we feel it on a moment to moment basis. And it's a nice thing to feel.
Mm, mm, mm.
This, I think, everywhere, but one notices it very clearly in Glastonbury, that yes, that things happen moment by moment. You know, it's natural to make plans ahead, but when you live here, it's always expect the unexpected. But people who are joining in with this tonight will probably know all about Glastonbury. But if anybody doesn't, it's Dave mentioned about the holiest earth. This is something that has been written about through centuries. This was a place with such a great abbey and surrounds, that pilgrims would come from all over to be here. They would take off their sandals to enter this sacred earth. And it is when a map of the ley lines around the planet is looked at, you see, obviously they cross in various places, but they do cross in the centre of Glastonbury, and therefore this is considered and felt as a significant power point.
Mm, mm. Yeah.
And yeah, excuse me, we walk in nature a lot, just feeling the energy here. We're not one of the people who walks around barefoot, but there are many. Really getting into the vibes, really earthing. And throughout the last 9 months of this year, we have daily gone to the land or to the tour and just tuned in, because we realized that this time, for those of us who are, who have been lucky enough to just take some time, this is an incredible time for going within and for retreat. And the way in which we all saw all over the world. I was listening to a program even on Radio 4 earlier today that had recorded sounds around the world during the lockdown times. Nature has flourished so much, and for us all to be able to just take time, even people who are needing to work at the moment, to just take a little bit of time and tune into that. I think it's very powerful to feel the emergence of both nature having had a bit of a rest from humans, and energetically, as a lot of astrologers and other seers are talking about the movement of energy in these great shifting times.
Yeah.
It is very interesting that you're talking about this shifting of times, and times are shifting and energy is shifting as well, and I was just saying, I completely forgot all about it, and during the night, what I was shown was, as the energy comes onto Mother Earth, and it's like you say, it's very, very strong right now, coming from the central sun. And what happens is that as the energy comes in at a high frequency, is vibrating, is oscillating at a high frequency, and then it's integrating in your body. And whatever is your energy that was yesterday changes to this new energy for today. And as it gets into your body, your whole cells, what they were showing, the cells that was going at this level, slowly, it went at this level, and as it changed, all your cells get confused. You see, the human body is being like still in a very dense form. Your cells are a little bit confused in your body, and so it has to go. It releases. This is why, like you say, Sam, that we need to meditate and cleanse and purify to release this old baggage that we carry. Or what it did, it did good for us yesterday. It's not good for us today. And as it comes into your system, this new energy, it still has to, your body elemental still has to acknowledge that there's a new system coming in, a new program, if you want to call it, And so while the whole body is trying to integrate this, you start getting problems, pains, aches and pains, lower back pain, not sleeping so well, knees, joint aches and things like that, not sleeping so well, or you're sleeping too much. It's like woof, it just knocks you out, and you have to, and the thing is that you have to go with the flow, and like you said, Dave, that we have to take responsibility for ourselves. Nobody can take responsibility for you. You have to sit and just and meditate and contemplate.
Be nature.
Yeah, and like you say, and one wonderful video that you put on was that when you were singing Hare Krishna, was it, to the cows?
I love it. It made me cry. It was so beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'll share. I've got loads. I didn't want to kind of,
they've almost started singing it back, which is even more extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that example about the earth through this summer, and just that people have had a little bit of time to just take time. And two highlights of this year for us, yes, one, we did it already, but we've increased it. It's just going out on the land and finding a field of young bulls or cows and just singing Hare Krishna to them, or whatever comes. I mean, today I was singing to swans, actually.
Oh, okay.
and they seem to enjoy it. But But also in August, we've got a huge buddleia bush, and these wood pigeons arrived and made a nest in our garden. And yeah, just this, it's life, isn't it? It's just beautiful.
Mm.
What I'm trying to put across is, I mean, these are happening all the time, but there's just been a finesse to it for us this year, to really notice that fineness of frequency.
One of the things that I really wanted to say, and I've found myself saying quite a lot in recent times, is this is the dawn of a time for the sensitives. We have had generation upon generation where what has been led has been the thickest of skins. Over and over again, the thick skins win. And now is a time for the sensitive to really, really run the show, because that is what we need more than anything else. We need people who are really tuned into the planet, who are really tuned into the plight of humanity, who are empaths, who are lovers, who are gentle spirits. They are the people who are going to come to the fore and lead us out of the thick skin generation, which has done us no good whatsoever.
Yeah, very much so. And you find it that people who are not awakened and don't want to awake, that you find it very difficult to be with them. Like today, this morning, I went to the gym with my son and another friend, and it was like they didn't speak to me, but they were speaking between themselves, like the 3D language, because they didn't know what to say to me, and I'm stood there training with them, thinking, how can you talk this rubbish? There must be something that's interesting about life, rather than just talking about money or rubbish. I don't want to say anything more than that, and you couldn't be. I came home and I said to Jenna, I said, I can't be with these guys anymore. I'm talking about my son here, It's not and also a friend of 36 years, You can't be with these people anymore. There is a heavy energy with them that pulls you down. They are like what is it called? Vampires, They just take your energy and you don't even know it. You don't even know it, they're doing it.
Until you start yawning.
Yeah. And I came back and I thought, I was just like, how do you cope with this? Because
you're so right. I mean, this is a time, it's interesting. We're listening to something today, and it said that this is a time for solutions. This is a time to find the solutions to the dilemmas that have been built up for many, many years. It's clear that things have to change. So how do we change things so that the spirit can make sure everyone stays safe, that things aren't turbulent, that we move through in a coherent way, and that the falling away of the old way doesn't lead to chaos? These are really deep solutions that we have to find. And so therefore, when you say that you're finding it difficult to communicate with the old ways, it's hardly surprising. We have to have almost an entirely new way of communicating that has to develop and embrace what the planet needs, what our own spiritual needs are, which have been sorely neglected as a community and as a world for so long. We have to find this. This is the time to have these solutions begin to present themselves over the next few years. So yeah, we do need to communicate very well, Divyael. There's no doubt, that things have to change. I agree.
Yeah. And when you have a very like a spiritual community close to you, like in Glastonbury, you can be with friends because they're very close in cook. For people like me, we are here on our own, and there's not many spiritual people around, and you have to find that comfort within yourself. You need to find that strength within yourself, and we're talking about being with people who are not woken up yet. I got Nicholas saying how true that is, and then that is in England, and then Vera, who's in Sweden, is saying the same thing. So it is like we are not on your own. We are not on our own. All over the, like you said, Dave, is all over the world, and you have to take solace that you are not on your own, and find people that feeds you rather than try and manipulate or control you, to help you to go through these changes that we are going through right now.
I think that there's a lot of value. I agree, and it's much harder outside. We're very lucky to live here in this community. There's no doubt. But I also feel that people who are on their own have got a huge role to play in this, because actually it's the people who are on their own, who are focused on their own, are really, really going incredibly deep right now, and are, they are in their front rooms, the yogis in the caves of the Himalayas. That is but real potential right now, because things are expanding that fast that I have great store by people who are safe and well in their own company. That's a powerful thing. It's powerful not to feel loneliness and understand that we are not alone, even in isolation. So these are ways. There are ways forward in all these things that we have to find in our own hearts. One day we'll all be together. There's no doubt. We will. The whole thing will come together. It's going to take time, but in the meantime, even if you're isolated, reach for the high ground, go for the high vibrations at all times.
Yes, I agree. We're talking about Glastonbury because we live here, but yeah, it's wherever people are. Dave just talking reminded me of a talk given by a wonderful local author in Glastonbury, Paul Weston, who writes prolifically about Paul writes prolifically about Glastonbury, about its history, its esoteric history, and about elsewhere in the world. And it just reminded me about a talk that we listened to that he gave a few years ago about it was about sort of from our point of view in Britain, when we think about, say, the Second World War and what was going on there. And there are characters that we know in Britain who on an esoteric level were meditating, were praying, were putting things out individually or on groups about protection and just putting out the love. And then his talk was about, but how have you thought about the gurus of the East, or in other places on the planet, that at that very difficult time there were a lot of people putting out great light individually as well. And again, this what the earth is going through right now, I feel is not dissimilar, but in another way, and times have moved forward in the natural order of things, really. And wherever we are in the world, to just sit and focus within, focus on our hearts, focus on that connection, have the faith and have the hope of the way that we're going is good. We also we are lucky to be connected with some fantastic astrologers, many, but among them Pam Gregory is somebody that we love to tune into, and she talks about the world, humanity, it's been going down this birthing canal, and there's all this stuff going on the outside, all the stuff in the media and the chaos and the fear. and hold to your faith. Know that, you know, this stuff may be going on, but it's I describe it as actually it's got some claws that are, it's going down the cliff face, and the claws are hanging on, but they're not really, because they're dragging down, and it's making an awful noise, and there's a great lot of howling going on. And ahead of us there is good.
Yes.
So, you know, I say that because people get really scared right now, and just hold faith and the inner, knowing that we're all here. We are all here at a really profound time in history. What a gift for each of us to be here right now, witnessing what is happening. And if we wish to, being our energetic part of that.
It's you know, because we are in the spiritual world, and it's an invisible, it's our invisible friends out there, you know. And we sometimes don't see them, or sometimes we don't feel them, but it doesn't mean they're not there. Like you see, they're always there for you. And I keep repeating this again to the group and all the people here, that they're always with you. And the simple thing is that there's love and fear. There's only these two things here, you see, love and fear. And I always say to the groups when I travel, I said, what do angels feed on? You see, what do angels feed on? And the angels feed on the divine love, the divine creator's light. That's what they feed on. That's what their energy is. And if you talk about the dark forces, what do they feed on? They feed on fear. And as you said, Sam, there's so much fear out there that they love people to go into fear. They love it. You know, it's party time for them. But for us, and we talked about it earlier on, that we carry huge light. We can do huge amount of work without moving from our sofa. You know, and you guys are very fortunate that you go up to the tour. Well, you are lucky, but I don't know in the middle of winter if I would like to go up there. You know,
it's quite muddy and slippy at the moment.
Yeah, and it's a simple thing to remember. Remember who you are. You know, like attracts like, and that is it. You know, yeah. So before we go into our meditation, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Can we just say that Ross has asked for a link to Paul's work, if you have anything? Paul Weston.
Yeah, he has a lot of videos, a lot of talks on YouTube. So his book writing company is called Avalonian Aeon Publications. But if you do go to YouTube and put Paul Weston Glastonbury, I would imagine, or Avalonian Aeon, something like that. That's A-E-O-N. You'll find him. And if for any reason you don't, please, if you can contact the Hands of Light page, and we'll find the exact links.
Yeah. Super.
Well worth it. Very, very interesting, incredible, esoteric historian. Fantastic.
Very relevant for these times and past times. Absolute. So much. I don't know where to start.
Would you like to just explain quickly about the ley lines that are, crossing in Glastonbury?
So I can't think of any specific links, but if people can Google about the ley lines of the world, there was a book written by a chap called Robert Kuhn, who details maps in that, which have been reproduced online, showing the planet, showing all the countries laid out, and then the way that the ley lines the major, I mean, there's ley lines everywhere, but the major ley lines cross across the planet, and they form, you know, when we see sacred geometry, like the flower of life or the seed of life, you can see the patterns in that, which of course is also reflected in the way that planets move and the sacred geometrical shapes that are made over time as the planets move around the solar system. So the ley lines, energy lines, really, they're I don't know how to describe this really better.
In a way, what's very significant about Glastonbury is that the meeting of energy lines is directly linked with underground watercourses. The real significance about Glastonbury is pressure and release. You have the pressure on the top of the tour leading to the release of the white and red springs. You have the spiritual pressure of the high altar of Glastonbury and the release of pressure at Magdalen Chapel. These are very, very significant things that tie in. If you're a dowser, you can dowse these very, very specific points. But they have been acknowledged by the Druids of 10,000 years ago, the Christians who came here 2,000 years ago. They are marked, powerful, energetic points, and the reason why this place is so sacred. And it's coming to the fore again. No one has really understood why there is a white and a red spring emerging feet apart that are obviously clearly totally two separate watercourses. But the truth is that the early Christians recognized the red and the white being significant in the story of Christ, which gave it such significance and is still resonant. Henry VIII tried very hard to stop Glastonbury in its tracks, and to a certain extent it is still reeling from the dissolution of the monastery that long ago, but its inherent energy is coming to the fore again, as it was always likely to do. So yeah, we love it here because of all of that stuff. And the ley lines follow the watercourses right the way through the country, right the way around the planet. They are a reflection of energetic pulses that people have dowsed for very, very many thousands of years. They meet at Glastonbury 4 times, if not more times. So it's a very interesting energetic dynamic here. Yeah.
And if you look at you look at a map of the world with the different intersecting ley lines, it's like it's a carrier of energy. It's like it pulses. And we were looking recently, so as many people know, on the winter solstice, there was a huge meditation around the world connecting with Uluru Mountain. And we looked at the ley line map and we could see, I'm right about this line that was going from through Western Australia, through Egypt to Glastonbury and around. And if you think about the love being put out there, it's a connection. It's a connection. You know, it's all a connection. It's all a connection anyway, but it's a physical thing. These things can be very clearly dowsed. We have a good friend, Rory Duff, who is a professional geobiologist. He's worked in the field of geobiology for many, many years, and he's an expert dowser who teaches dowsing courses and writes books. And he is very tuned into these energy lines, these ley lines, and teaches people about it. And at the moment is teaching people about this age of what he calls the age of harmony right now, which is for 180 to 200 years, where we're just in an incredible time of, well, I want to say lightning development. You know, it feels like it's speeded up. It's gone like that.
When you were talking about the solar impact, the solar impact and the changes that are happening in the cosmos first affect the ley line energy. So that powerful matrix that runs right the way around the whole planet is being affected before us, before the Earth, before anything else. So we will feel it in the energy lines before we feel it anywhere else.
That's very interesting, Dave. Very interesting. I know that we can talk like this all night. All this information, and I can also say to the listeners that they have information about Avalon, and the gentleman you talk about from past came to Avalon. What's his name, Dave?
Jesus'
Yeah,
uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, Joseph of Arimathea.
Arimathea. Yes, and there's so much information they have. I don't have information like this. I don't think too much. I just keep it simple. So,
You can't avoid it here. You try and keep your head down, but it's like just
yeah,
step out the front door and you got 20 people with late
Yeah.
information.
yeah.
I'm part joking, only part.
No, it is an amazing place to be. It's an amazing place. So we're going to go into a meditation now, and I want everybody to just relax. And I got this light on. Let's see. I'm going to switch this light off because it's very bright, and that's it. It's affecting me a bit, Uh, yeah, super. And as we take a deep, deep breath and feel the time that we are in, the time of joyous time, where people come together and celebrate these days that we are in. And our thoughts towards the new year, to send that day our positive thoughts and our love and our light in the future. And as you ground yourself and you ask your mighty I am to come and be one with you, all you have to do is ask, Dear I am that I am, come and merge with me now. And as you integrate these wonderful energies that are here on Mother Earth, many, many beings of light are with you, protecting you. Many of us ask for Archangel Michael to come, and his angels of protection. All you have to do is ask. We also ask Mighty Saint Germain and his angels to blaze the violet flame through us, cleanse us, purify us, and remove all that is not for our highest good, and cut the cords and send it into the light. and your divine mother comes to you and says to you, send me your worries, send me your sadness, send me all the things that burden you. I'll take it off you. Let it go, for it is not for your highest good. With all this wonderful light that is sent to you now, we ask our body elemental and we send our gratitude to your body for all the work that it does to repair and keep your body as high vibrationally as it can, and also heal the broken parts of your body. Goddess of compassion, love, peace, patron for women, children, and animals, we thank you for you being here with us. Goddess Kuan Yin, thank you. And many, many other beings who are with you now, celebrating with you as you eat, drink, and dance in this wonderful time we are in. And as your team of teachers and masters who have come with you in this incarnation come closer to you, engulfing you with their love, their light, and waiting for you to ask them for guidance, protection, and integration. There's a stream of blue light being sent to you now from the universe. Circling around you and gently, gently penetrating you. Slowly and surely, it engulfs you. And as he enters your head, it activates all your master glands and also your heart chakra. Take a deep breath. Take a few moments and just be in this light. If there's anything you need to ask, do so now. And as you join hands together as a collective consciousness of this group and the collective consciousness of the universe, Mother Earth, and as we join as one, feel, feel this connectivity with each other. Feel the shoulders, your chest. There's a slight compression as we all connect to each other. Now, as we open our sacred hearts, we send our love, our joy, and the light of unconditional love unconditional acceptance to Mother Gaia. As you give, you receive from the universe much greater than you can expect. Let go and let go. We thank all the masters and teachers who have been here for us and with us. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your prosperity, abundance, and we ask for more. And so it is. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth. And so it is. Gently take a deep breath. Slowly, slowly come back. Come back into your room. Come back into your bodies. Start to feel your toes and your fingers. And when you are ready, open your eyes. And I'll hand it to you, Dave. When you are ready.
On the other side.
I thought met a man who said, "You a man who knew what was going on." I was mistaken. Only another stranger that I saw. I thought I'd seen something that guide me through. Right now, all this darkness, I was mistaken. Just the reflection of a shadow that I saw. I thought I'd seen someone who seemed at last to know the truth. I was mistaken. Only a child laughing in the sun. In the sun.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. Thank you. When I grow up, I want to be like you.
When we grow up, we'll have electric guitars.
Yes, yes. There's before we go, Dave. There's a question here. There's a
Yeah.
question that says, as to whether Jesus came on one of those trips with Joseph.
So Joseph of Arimathea was a metal trader, and a lot of us here recognize that if he was using and traveling around the world, understanding minerals, that makes him an alchemist. The likelihood is that Joseph of Arimathea was a central figure in the Jesus story, like a Merlin character, somebody who was showing the young Christ the world and all its magic. And why wouldn't he have come here, and why wouldn't he have brought Jesus here? Because magic is here. So in answer to your question, I would think probably yes.
Yes. Wonderful. So to everybody, I hope you had a beautiful Christmas and wonderful New Year that is coming. And I sometimes don't go on Facebook very often to say to everybody, that Merry Christmas and blah, 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 blah to individually. But I like to say hello and Merry Christmas to everybody here now. And Happy New Year, that's come. So we will see you all very soon. But you stay on, Dave. Don't go off yet. Don't touch anything. But everybody, good namaste.
And everyone on Facebook too.
Oh, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again for these weekly meditations. They are so precious. They are so deeply nurturing and uplifting and comforting and just amazing. Thank you.
Yes. I should record all this, but I don't, because I just sit down and just let it come through, it's like that. But anyway, it maybe one day I'll think about it, Yes, super.
And,
I got my Christmas top on with my dragon, you see.
It's a good dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, we did see that. Fantastic. We like dragons.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
thanks to everybody.
Thanks.